Hello guys, and welcome to episode 7 of my Total War Warhammer 2 playthrough, playing as the Dreadfleet on very hard difficulty. This is the Vampire Coast DLC, and today we are taking Count Noctilus to knock on the door of Val's Anvil. Before he does, let's put him into the encamp stance so we get the extra replenishment in the end turn. And we also need to move Lottie Thorpe towards the position of the treasure. I think is up in the mountains, probably. Let's read the riddle. A riddle to find a beast of riddles. Walk the steps of the scavenger's roost that stands within the snake's trail. Yeah. Okay, I think it's definitely up in the mountains. So let's get a move on. One thing I am going to do is on my own faction. I'm going to say turn off the camera zoom. Because when I click on it like this, sometimes I don't want it to like move over or zoom in as much. I swear you could change that. Never mind. Let's have a look at diplomacy while we're here. There isn't really anyone who likes us. So that kind of sucks, but Luther Harkin, sorry, is making quite a lot of ground here, by the looks of things. Oh. Well, that's something to take note of. Let's move on to the next turn. I'm tempted to take Val's Anvil for myself, but that would probably lead to me needing a second army to defend the location, or at least control public order if I wanted to continue to use Count Noctilus. Because I know if I'm going to raise it that the other Elven faction will probably come along and pick it up. So I am tempted to just hold on to it. Favourable winds. The winds are certainly proving favourable this season, as we've been sailing at beam reach for days now. No matter our heading, we sail fast and smooth. I think the sea god is at our backs. In fact, I am sure of it. Plus 20% campaign map movement range. Don't mind if I do. Right, we shall go into normal stance, and we shall attack Val's Anvil. We can basically assault it straight away since we have ourselves a Necrofex Colossus. And Queen Bess, of course. Queen Bess is probably more the reason that we can do this straight away. There is a Moon Dragon that we're going to be a little bit worried about, but other than that we should be fine. And honestly the Moon Dragon will likely get shot out of the sky very quickly indeed. So I think we can probably win this. We might lose quite a lot of men. I can throw away the zombie pirate deckhand mob. I might want to conserve the depth guard a little bit. We shall see how this works out as I fight it on the battle map. The only decision to make through this battle is, do I keep the settlement? If I do, it's going to be difficult because we rely on vampiric corruption still, and thus the public order will be dreadful. I guess it depends on what kind of buildings we can make. If it's similar to the graveyard, then I guess it would be worth it because there is quite a few decent loot buildings, or like money-making buildings. Anyway. We're going to have the Rotting Prometheans go knock on the gates with the Necrofex Colossus. My mortar doesn't really have to be that close. To be honest, I should probably put it on the corner. Yeah, we'll do that. Same with Queen Bess, so that it can't be shot at by towers. As for the rest of my units, I might keep the gunnery mob in the trees for the time being because they're not going to do too much damage shooting up at the walls. I don't think. And maybe they will. The bombers can just run up on one side on their own. Definitely having these guys go up. And these guys, let's have my gunnery white sit with Bess for the accuracy buff. And also the improved ammunition. We'll have Count Noctilus go through the gate. Let's make a little gate group. Group 1. Gonna keep these rotting Prometheans out of it for the time being since they aren't very healthy. That's looking good. Might keep these deckhand mob out of it as well. Start the deployment, start the battle, and we'll get these guys underway. Let's go and smash that gate down, please. Then we shall have the depth guard go up on the far left, accompanied by my deckhands. Then what we're going to do is have the bombers. I'll probably move to the right. I should have had them start further over because then I could have just ran them up to this wall. It's fine. Well, Queen Bess is firing away. What should we target? Probably some of the spearmen if we can. Have a look at the range. And we're in range of hitting the archers, so let's just hit the archers. As for our mortar, let's just move that forwards and attack the spearmen. Cool. The gunnery mob needs to move into range. We shall do that. We can start firing up onto the walls, although due to these archers being there, that's gonna hurt. Oh, lovely damage there by Bess. That again, please. Or maybe we should take out the archers on the walls, because otherwise they're not going to go down very quickly. Is that reload skill as well? It is, okay, so Queen Bess will fire faster. That's great. Yeah, I'm not sure this is a good idea. Maybe we should just like wander to the right hand side. Like I'm doing with these bombers. And just climb up on the corner. Yeah, I'm going to move these guys back. I'm taking a lot of damage. I'll actually implicate these. Good. I should also invocate the depth guard at some point. The gate should be going down soon. That archer unit almost completely destroyed. Maybe we could just start focusing on the spearmen actually. Not sure. Anyway, we just about managed to get away. It's good. We're up onto the walls here, which is great. We've just smashed through the gate, so let's go ahead and charge on in. Yawn rotting Prometheans. Oh, beautiful. I love the way they charge through there. And Count Noctilus with them. Brilliant. Alright, depth guard, go to work. I'm going to give you an invocation. Maybe not, because you're on a wall. Okay, instead we'll just use the... Yeah, we're just going to use his ability on these spearmen, since they're going to be quite clumped up. We should get a best hit down here as well. Let's use the Melkos Mystifying Miasma if we can. If it will let me. Alright, let's go ahead and climb these walls. Oh, my Prometheans aren't hidden? Let's make them hidden. Maybe I can get Queen Bess to hit these spearmen. So go ahead and give more ammunition there. I don't think it will do too much damage to Noctilus if it hits him. It might do a little bit of damage to the rotting Prometheans, but like, it would do way more damage to their spearmen than it would otherwise. I think I'm going to have my Depth Guard come off the wall, just because I don't want them to die to this hero, and then I can actually invocate them. You can also run into the back of these spearmen. Alright, how did that hit? I think it hit quite well, actually. Let's see if this hits the mark. Quite far off there, Bess. You might want to try better than that. Ooh, that was a decent mortar strike though. Let's continue charging forwards with the Depth Guard. Probably don't want to go through the flames. I don't know if the flames actually do any lasting damage. Time for the invocation here. Great. How are my bombers doing? They need to get inside and start throwing their bombs. As for these deckhand mobs, I don't really care. They're doing their job. I should break them soon. Well, the dragon's coming. I completely forgot about the dragon. At least I'll have all of my gunners on the walls to shoot it. Give Queen Bess more ammunition. And I should probably use the enhanced ballistics again. I'll go on Count Noctilus. Kill the dragon. It's your specialty. You're anti-large. Yes, Noctilus. Go at it. You haven't done any damage yet. Nice one. Those dragons could be a problem in the future. That's for sure. Let's go and throw some bombs into these spearmen. Finish them off. Come on, throw the bombs. Throw the bombs. Now, where are my Depth Guard, actually? Are they still amongst these guys? Oh, they are. Okay. Let's take them back up on the walls now. Great. Hopefully my gunnery mob will finally get in position. There's one of my Depth Guard getting stabbed to pieces. Hopefully he can finish off some of these elves. Oh, my poor Prometheans. I think it's time for them to leave, as they will likely die otherwise. Poor guys. We should be able to get an invocation on them as they run away. Should heal them up. I'm tempted to bomb the Moon Dragon, but I think we might do quite a bit of damage to Noctilus. don't know. Let's have a look. Yeah, it's actually not too bad. It just depends how much damage is hitting Noctilus. I don't think too much. That's good. I just need like all of my ranged units to hit the dragon. Oh, the dragon's gone. We scared it off. Get out of here. Shoot it in the back. Go on, Necropex. You can do it. Shoot it. Imagine if like the shot went off and it like just got shot straight out of the sky. That would be awesome. Maybe one day we'll see that. For now, we're going to end the battle, since there's no point in continuing. The Depth Guard did very well, considering the ship position they were put in. Otherwise, I think the losses were expected, especially the Deckhand mob unit. That's fine. Eventually, we're just going to have a bunch of Necrofex Colossi coming through the gate. So, there we go. I think what I'm going to do actually is hold on to this settlement. We're going to try it. I mean, at the end of the day, if it doesn't work out, I'll just let it rebel. Because if we do get stuck here, I could just send my gunnery white to go and set up a pirate cove in Lothian. And sort of siphon the income there.
Death holds no fear. I want death.
You know what? We're going to sack it and we're going to raise it. The reason I've changed my mind is because I remember that it gives me 100 infamy for every settlement that I raise, and that means that we can rise up the ranks and complete our objective much quicker, so we shall do it that way instead. Okay. Don't really need Sea Curse because it doesn't give us any bonuses for units we're using other than the Depth Guard, but we only have one of those. I think I can do without Invincible Fleet for now. So I think for Noctilus, probably better off just getting of the Von Carstein line. The regeneration and the terror is great. As for Rich Wake, let's max out his training ability. And for Noctilus, in general, what we're going to do is raise some more dead. I don't think we can do anything like that, no. So we shall go into the in-camp stance. Unless we can do dig for treasure. Okay. And then can we go in camp? We can, okay. Worth trying that for sure.
Captain, reporting.
Continue towards the treasure over here. Now we've got 34,000. We should probably be upgrading these buildings. There's no reason really not to upgrade to the roosting trees, since we just have so much. And also put the money into buildings for Noctilus. We are going to need the Dart Launcher eventually. And that does give us infamy gain per turn, which is actually really nice. We could also just get the Sylvanian battlements. The extra armor for all units, extra melee defense for all units in his army. That's very nice. It only takes 1 turn to complete. I think that's like the best part about these kinds of buildings, is they all take 1 turn to complete. It's just a matter of whether or not you have the cash. And in this case we certainly do. Let's go ahead and get the Sylvanian battlements. His army is going to be top notch. Love it. Time to move on to the next turn. Yeah, we'll just raise all of the armies. Although Alistair's on his way. That's not good. Pretty scary army actually. It's full of like the White Lions of Trace. You think my army would falter at the sight of that? Unless I had like a front line of depth guard infantry, I think the White Lions will chew through my units otherwise. Well, here come the Chaos armies though. Maybe we can take advantage because of that. An ocean of opportunities. Conversations with several captured admirals have brought information to light regarding several potential targets. We'll only have time to strike one, however, so choose wisely. Which convoy should we attack? Bretonian merchants option generates a mission with a medium reward. Dark Elf slavers, high reward, low reward, high reward. I mean, one of the high reward ones, probably. Dark Elf slavers would be probably towards the top left. Bretonian merchants wouldn't be too far away. This would likely be near like the Hexawatl lands, the exotic goods hauler, if I can speak English for a second. That'd be great. Oh, Sartosa is a last destination. Where will that end up going? Heading back to Slaver's Bay? Yeah, that's up in the Dark Elf lands, I think. We don't really want to deal with Norskins. And that's Araby. I think we'll just go for the Bretonian merchants one. Oh, it's actually quite far away. Oh well. We'll go deal with that at some point. Quest issued. Maelstrom's power. That's 100% research rate faction-wide for 10 turns. How do we do this? Ensure the following building has been constructed. The Maelstrom powerful. Noctilus is well aware of the raw power he can draw from the Galleon's graveyard, having translocated himself and his castle there many years ago. It is a place close to his cold, dead heart, a place where he is able to exert an incredible level of necromantic control over both the dead and inanimate objects. Indeed, it was in the Galleon's graveyard that he forged his floating castle known as the Bloody Reaver from the wreckage of sunken war galleons and set out to dominate the Great Ocean. To help his deathly enterprise, more powerful minions will need to be added to the undead backbone of Noctilus's pirate empire. The Maelstrom, the skull-strewn vortex located at the center of the Galleon's graveyard, drawing the dead unto itself like a giant lodestone, must be stoked into a more active state before he can raise them. So I think that's just upgrading, right? The main settlement. I guess we can probably do soon if we have the money to do so. It just relies on us having the growth, which will come soon enough. Alright, let's say hello to Lottie. She can move near Vulture Mountain. We was talking about scavenging, wasn't it? And we'll go and dig for treasure. See what she can find. So that is built. Let's go ahead and raise Val's Anvil. Do I auto-resolve? Yeah. No way! It killed my depth guard. What a joke. That is... why you don't auto-resolve. Yeesh. Okay. It may be time to move up to either Calador's Repose or just jump on the water and sail away. Because if Alistair comes down to face us, we will take quite a lot of damage. These dudes are very strong. The White Lions of Trace. Actually, they're not as strong as I thought they were, but the Shadow Warriors, they're going to be annoying. I just don't think we have a decent chance of winning that battle. Especially after losing the Depth Guard, that really sucks. Ouch. Oh well, we shall carry on. We've got one turn until our technology is complete. I will just get myself a couple of Necrofex Colossus, and then I guess I might invest into the Spar deck in order to eventually get some more Depth Guard, unless I start heading back to the Galleon's Graveyard once this is upgraded and get some more Depth Guard from there. Decisions. We'll move on to the next turn for now though, since we've run out of movement points. So Lothern, going to be dealing with those Chaos armies all too easily. And that's just annoying. So what I'm going to do now, we'll jump back onto the water for sure, but I'm going to see how many turns it is until we can build another pirate cove, because I think what I'm going to do is send my gunnery white to Lothern. Mission issued to recruit a lord. Of Chaos are dead, and during reanimation is complete. Right, let's have a look at what we want to do next. Do we finally get a new admiral? We don't really have the income to support another army. How much does Count Noctilus's cost? It's actually only 2,000 upkeep. That's really not that much. But I guess he does have the bonus of the reduced upkeep for Necrofex Colossus. He's got the reduced upkeep for other units as well, I think. Let's just go into his character details. Actually, he doesn't have any other bonus reduction for upkeep. No, he doesn't. So a new army wouldn't actually be that expensive.
Burn the coastlines.
I guess it depends how effective the actual army would be. I don't think it would be very effective. So how many turns until we can establish another pirate cove? 6. Okay. I'm not going to split the gunnery white then from the army. We are just going to jump onto the water here. And we are going to go into flagship expansion. And we are going to recruit ourselves a couple of Necrofex Colossus. We're not going to get ourselves a Notorious Admiral. So I'll probably go for Marines upkeep for the reduction for Depth Guard and Gunnery Mob. Then I'm going to have to think about actually starting to buff them. It's armor piercing damage for Gunnery Mob. That's well worth having. Plus 20%. Yeah, that will help us out greatly, especially against the Elven units, which have a base armor that's pretty decent. Cool. So that's done. Just thinking whether or not I want to upgrade any of these. I don't think I do. Tempted to get another
or be killed.
Lady here, but I don't think we're going to. She can continue to dig for treasure. And hopefully she will complete that for us. Let's end the turn. Lothern will probably take that settlement again. Maybe I could take advantage of that if I attack them just after they take it. Because surely they will be at like 10% power, as the men will be put towards the colonization. Seeing them deal with that Chaos Army though in the last turn was rather disheartening. So just wait this extra turn to get the Necrofex Colossus, and then we're going to go grab this treasure. I think it's just too close not to. Then we'll sort of come back up the coast, we'll grab the Mysterious Island, we'll head towards that Bretonian mission, I think. Right, meanwhile, are we in the right place? I hope we are.
Buccaneer of the dead.
How long does this take to actually work? If we're in the right place, I wonder. I mean, it's saying this region in general, but the only other place would be near the Wizard Caliph's Palace. And I'm pretty sure it says something about scavenging, which makes sense when it's called Vulture Mountain. Walk the steps of the Scavenger's Roost. So, yeah. Makes sense to me.
Deck. Onwards.
I'll move her and I'll start it again next turn. Maybe a little work. Nothing we can do in diplomacy. Carry on. Val's Anvil was taken. I'm probably going to click on the settlement and see if they're weakened. Because if we come at them with 3 Necrofex Colossus, and now Noctilus also has regeneration, we should just be able to defeat them quite easily once we get through the gates.
Calls for more dead.
Ridiculous.
Well, they are certainly depleted, but not as much as I would have hoped. Well, unfortunately guys, it has been my time. Before I forget, I'm going to set her to dig for treasure again. But yeah, we're going to leave it here. In the next episode, I'm tempted to attack Val's Anvil, but more than likely, I think we'll just go for the Fell Cargo and the Mysterious Island and carry on towards the Bretonian mission that we got. That's all for now. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.